classic part of summer for a lot of kids, and a lot of kids are probably already asking about it. I hope this doesn't happen at your kids' camp. Time to start thinking about summer camps if you haven't already. I mean, the school year is ending. It's right around the corner. My daughter's in first grade. They're already in the alphabet countdown, which is where they count the letters down to the end of the school year. I think today might be G or E. I'm not really sure. I know they had ice cream day yesterday. Nonetheless, Marcus Rawls is here. He is the executive director at the Ponderosa Camp and Conference Center, which is in Larkspur, kind of down near the Palmer Divide.
That's right.
Good to have you.
Good to see you.
Always a pleasure to see you,
Absolutely.
my friend. So is it too late? That's always the question I ask you first. Is it too late to book summer camps? Because they do book up pretty quick.
They do book up quick. Right now, you know, depending on what camp you want to go to, some of the camps could be full,
right,
but it's not too late.
Yeah.
It's not too late. Tim, a lot of parents a lot of times are worried about that. Sometimes there's cancellations at last minute, so there's always opportunities to get into camp.
Well, and you guys have a lot of different camp options at Ponderosa, and we'll talk about that specifically as well as in general, because the age is always the question for me. When are kids old enough to do an overnight camp?
Sure.
When are they old enough even to be gone all day from mom and dad?
Yeah, well, have they been to the grandparents yet overnight?
Right.
That would be one thing.
That's a good test.
You know, have they been to a friend's house overnight?
Yeah.
That's another great test. You don't want to put them in a situation where they're uncomfortable. Even my daughter last night, we were talking about camps.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, I really want to go with a friend. And so put them in a comfortable situation to where they're going to succeed and have a great experience.
How do you suggest people navigate all the different options out there? Because even, I mean, you guys have a lot of options, but then you add those on top of everybody else's options.
Sure. You navigate what does your kid want to do?
Right.
You know, several years ago, my daughter went to an acting camp, and she had a great time with that. So what are their interests? Also, camp is a great time to start and to experience new things. And so just depends on what your camper wants.
So maybe if they've never done acting, but they have some interest in it, that would be a good opportunity to expose them to it.
Great opportunity.
Yeah. So what questions, should parents be asking when they're searching for a camp, when they want to make sure that it's a safe camp, that it's a reputable camp? Because there are a lot of different, I don't know how to say this, there's good camps and bad camps.
There are.
That's how I should say it.
You know, check out what kind of leadership they have at the camp. Make sure, I get calls from parents from time to time where they say, hey, what security measures do you have in place?
Right.
And we walk through that. Yeah. We walk through what security measures. You know,
any camp should be able to answer that question.
They should. You know, what fire procedures? Yeah. You know, a lot of times here in Colorado we have issues with wildfires. Right. And so what procedures do you have in place for those kind of safety concerns?
Staff background checks and things
Absolutely.
Like that.
Yeah, and that's pretty standard protocol. I know in the camping industry over the last several years, we've really ramped that up from even the things we've done in the past. And so, yeah, make sure you have background checks and find a friend, another parent that has gone to that camp and can speak from experience. Hey, my son or daughter had a great experience there. You will love this camp as well.
Marcus, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Never enough time. So many questions, parents. I hope that helped you out. Of course, Marcus at Ponderosa has openings, as he said. So if you're looking for camps, that might be a good option. We got more information about the Ponderosa Retreat and Conference Center in the Fox 31 section of our website, kdvr.com. Just click on the On Fox 31 tab at the top of the page. Megan?
Some good information there. A preview this morning on a Fox 31 Problem Solvers investigation.